What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGT coming at you with a quick update to last night's live stream. That's right, last night we had DJ Slopes on and we were discussing the Amico update, as well as the new Dart Frenzy game on Amico. Now, if you're not aware, Dart Frenzy was shown off by both Mike Mullis and DJC Game Studios. And I discussed how Dart Frenzy was actually the WiiWare game Dart Rage. What people don't know is that I had reached out prior to the show. I had reached out to the JVS Games, the publisher, developer of both Dart Frenzy and Dart Rage, to ask about the game. And right after the show, I noticed they had sent me an update. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know what it is they said about the game, give you that inside information, the insider scoop on Dart Frenzy. But before we get into it, let me remind you to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and share it with your friends, because if they're interested in Amico, they're going to want to know about Dart Frenzy. So I reached out and I said, hello, is it true you are re-releasing your Dart Rage WiiWare game on the Intellivision Amico as Dart Frenzy? Now, the representative from JV Games says, let me see, hold on. Yes, it is true that we are releasing Dart Frenzy in the spirit of Dart Rage of the past. Dart Frenzy was programmed from the ground up, and all new code is used for the play and throw mechanics. Thanks for the interest. So after I got that, I needed some further clarification, right? He wasn't really forthcoming, so I responded. I replied, I said, thank you for the quick response. Are there any details you can share about the differences between Dart Rage and Dart Frenzy? And here it is where we get into the nitty gritty of it. It says, sure, there are 7 Dart game variants instead of 4. So apparently in the original Dart Rage, there was only 4 Dart variant games. In the new one, you got 7. So they added 3 new variations to darts, which should be interesting. Then it says each game variant has more options. So not only is there more variants, but even within those variants, there's more options. So even if it only had the 4, right, it would still be a bigger game because it's got more options in each variant. But like I said, there's 7, not 4. So they've added almost a second game worth of content in this new Dart Frenzy. Goes on to say the 3D graphics are completely redone. We did notice there was some differences between the graphics of the dartboard, the backgrounds. And then it says AI has been redone to support all the new games. So they went ahead and obviously, they had to do new AI for the additional games and stuff. Makes sense. It says, and the dartboard is animated and will light up the wedge or wedges to hit. So I'm guessing this is a translation thing, because I believe they're not American. They're not from the US. I think they're from, not Germany. No, I stand corrected. He's actually from Las Vegas. So it is an American company. So why the English is so bad, I have no idea. But I'm assuming when he says will light up the wedge or wedges to hit, I think he might have meant on hit or when they're hit. Then it goes on to say the other cool this is that the new accelerometers have higher range of G-force, so it helps a lot with how much thrust you put onto the controllers. So I'm guessing the accelerometer in the Amico controller and in the newer phones were probably a little bit better than the accelerometers in the Wii remote, which only makes sense because, this is, 13 years, 12 years removed from when this released as a WiiWare game. Lastly, he goes on to say, by the way, this works with Amico controllers as well as mobile controllers. Then he helpfully put a link to DJC's video, which I thought was very funny. It's especially funny because none of the things in the email are mentioned by DJC in the video. It's just him playing it. So, it would be nice, right? It would be nice if these Amico shills, Amico testers would acknowledge the fact that this is not a new game, right? This is an updated, you might want to say remaster, remake of an old WiiWare game. I know Mike Mullis was really adamant how this is a brand new game and it's wizardry to get the motion controls to work like this, and never seen anything like this, when literally this is a game from 12 years ago that was played on the Wii, exactly the same motion controls. I know things have been updated a little bit. I know the developer said that all new code is used for the play and throw mechanics, but probably it's new code simply because it's different hardware, right? I'm guessing they just didn't have the old code, or the old code wasn't transferable between the WiiWare and the Amico / mobile devices / where else they're going to update and put it on, right? Now, this doesn't mean that the game isn't going to be fun, right? This has no bearing on whether or not the game is fun, whether or not you can have fun with your friends playing it. There's no bearing on that. I'm simply saying this is an older game being remade, remastered for the Amico / Amico Home / wherever else it might end up. Now on Metacritic, there's only 2 reviews for Dart Rage, the original version. They both have 70s out of 100. One is from Nintendo Life, one is from IGN. So at the very least, the game was competent in its original form, with the added extras, with the added graphics and the overhaul and everything. It should at least still be a 70 out of 100, right? It shouldn't drop off, I don't think. So, I mean, at least Tommy and company went and got a competent developer who did a decent game. This wasn't exactly shovelware, right? It's a step above, just above shovelware. In case you're curious about what games it is that were on the original that are not on the new one. So the original Dart Rage has a game called X01, Cricket, Poker, and American. Those are the 4 Dart variations on the original Dart Rage. The new Dart Frenzy has Round the Clock, High Score, Shanghai, Baseball, Cricket, Golf, and X01. So it looks like the Cricket's the same, the X01 is the same. I don't know if Shanghai is poker or if Shanghai is American. Or they just got rid of the poker and American and then added those other ones. So those are the different variations. Those are the games. You wanted the inside information. I gave you the inside information. With that said, that's everything we know about Dart Frenzy at this time. It does not appear that any of the music was changed. He didn't mention anything about sound effects, music. So anyone claiming that Tommy made the sound effects or the music for this game, probably not true. Once again, if we have any other updates, if the developer hits me up with a follow-up, I'll let you know. But until then, love, peace, booty grease. I'm out this bitch.